My name is Gregory Mahan. I'm the Director of Creative Decisions and New Media for the UMass Lowell String Project within the music department. Today, for On the Record, I'm going to be listening to I Want to Keep Your Dog by Illuminati Hotties. This is way more dissonant in places than I thought it would be from the intro. I'm such a sucker for a drum stop. Lots of really cool stereo effects. I was not expecting the middle 8, and it's just popped in, and it is way harsher than I would ever think. Initial reactions, it was great. It had a lot of good energy and a lot of unexpected energy. It definitely, from the intro, I thought that it would be sort of lighter, just kind of like, not bubblegum, because that tends to be like a reductive term for like pop or kind of upbeat music. But when they started throwing in kind of dissonances, and then especially when it got to the middle 8, right before kind of the outro, sort of halftime feel section, I was not expecting this huge, overdriven, really distorted section. It was great. A lot of cool stereo effects. I am a total sucker for really big, multi-tracked vocals, and the chorus just checked off all those boxes. I did like the song, yeah. I would listen to more Illuminati Hotties. It's clearly a song about relationships and sort of figuring out how to get out of a relationship. I will say that about 3/4 of the way through, I realized that I was not paying attention to the lyrics. I did get the choruses, though, and basically talking about trying to decide whether or not to get out of a relationship and realizing that if the best part of your relationship is your partner's dog, maybe it's time to consider some more avenues. I did know this band before. I have listened to a snippet of what I believe was this track. Actually, a weird amount of music discovery for me, and I think a lot of kind of younger people these days, is through people's Instagram stories, which you can now integrate with Spotify. And I have definitely seen people from the music scene in Lowell post this track. I know you want me close, but when you're gone, it's her I miss the most. In terms of instrumentation, I got a lot of sort of mid-aughts vibes. Bands like The Strokes, who are making a lot of sort of really upbeat music, but with a really great driving rhythmic section, and then also maybe some lyrics that are a little bit deeper than sort of the instrumental would suggest. I would say that The Strokes is the biggest comparison. I wish that I had a better comparison for the vocals, but nothing is really coming to mind. A lot of sort of the pop that I listen to or indie that I listen to with a vocal style like this tends to be a lot less produced in terms of the vocal styling, but it was nice to see sort of a more pop-oriented, overproduced but still tasteful aesthetic with the vocals on this. I weirdly have been getting really into Japanese ambient recently. A really great 4-vinyl collection was just released. There's like a 10-track reduced digital version that I've been listening to while I try and get my hands on a vinyl copy. Other than that, I listen to a lot of folk music, I would say, or what would now be considered folk music, not necessarily the traditional older style, but a lot of sort of the newer approaches, Fleet Foxes, and then even more contemporary stuff such as Boy Genius. I really like acoustic music. It's what I work in a lot of the time, so even if I'm going to listen to something a little poppier, I still generally lean towards stuff with acoustic guitars, lots of vocal melodies, things in that sort of genre. Recommending songs to colleagues is easy because I work in the music department. I would probably recommend this to at least all of my colleagues within the sound recording department, but I think a lot of people would find something interesting here. I know you want me close, but when you're gone, it's her I miss the most. So, final thoughts on the song. I thought it was really great. I am definitely going to listen to it again and kind of pay more attention to things like the lyrics. But other than that, I will likely get in my car after this or go home and fire up my mixing speakers and take another listen to both this single and then other stuff from the band. I'm Greg Mahan, and I'm on the